friends, welcome back to my channel. No makeup today because we are cleaning. I'm going to show you my weekend cleaning routine, and this kind of pairs along with a video I shared a couple weeks ago that shares my favorite non-toxic cleaning products. And a lot of you requested doing like a routine style thing, so that's what we're gonna do today. It's gonna be basically like kind of vlog style, but yeah, basically just cleaning and using the products that I talked about in that other video. So I'm wearing my cleaning outfit right now, hence the no makeup, and we're going to start in the living room. We'll tackle the kitchen and we'll do the bathroom and the bedroom. So basically, this is just kind of, it doesn't take me that long, maybe like an hour of time. It's basically vacuuming, a little bit of Swiffering, cleaning countertops and surfaces, and putting things away, and then the bathroom. So yeah, if you have any questions along as we go, I will link all of the products down in the description box, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we are gonna start in the living room. This is typically where I start, and ours is a combo of living room, dining room, and office, and the only cleaning supply that I really use is the all-purpose cleaner. So I usually like to start in my office, and I just start by putting everything that is on the surfaces away that I can. So I'm just cleaning up my office, I clean up the living room, I put stuff that might be on the dining room table away, and once everything is away, I can get into the cleaning aspect of it. So I like to typically clean surfaces first, and that's where this all-purpose cleaner is great. It's great on wood, it's great on my desk, which is like a lacquer finish. It can be used on counters, and I basically just spray everything down, clean up the dust that I can, make sure that I kind of pick things up and move them and wipe underneath, and it's pretty quick. Like, I don't have all that many surfaces, but this kind of just helps to make sure that if anything is on the surface that I push onto the floor, once I vacuum, I will be able to make sure that everything is nice and clean. So as you're kind of watching, I'm just cleaning my office and my desk and my shelf, and I'm cleaning our little like media cabinet, which has our workout equipment, our books, PlayStation. Talking to Matt, and he's telling me that people probably aren't very interested in my cleaning routine, but I'm telling him that you guys asked for it. And then the dining room table, and we also have like a side console table that I also clean the surfaces of, as well as our coffee table. Once I am done cleaning surfaces, I vacuum. So we have a Dyson. It was a housewarming present from Matt's family, and holy moly, I'm so obsessed with this thing. We have, I think, the V11 or V10. I'll link it down below, but it is amazing. It's amazing having a cordless vacuum. There's no bags on this one, and it works like a freaking charm. I am obsessed with this vacuum. So I clean and vacuum this whole space. Then I like to do a quick Swiffer, which I didn't film, and that's pretty much it for the living room, office, and dining room. Next, I'm gonna move into the bedroom, and the two cleaners that I use in the bedroom are the all-purpose cleaner for, again, the surfaces, as well as the streak-free cleaner, which I use for mirrors. We have 3 mirrors in our bedroom. So I'm starting by making the bed. I'm actually remaking the bed because I didn't like how Matt made the bed this morning. Ladies, you probably understand how I feel. And so I'm just like making sure that it looks nice and tidy. And from there, I like to wipe down all the surfaces. So I have nightstands that I wipe down, our dressers, and our windowsills. Once all of that stuff is clean, and again, I'm picking everything up off of the surfaces and wiping them all down, I do the mirrors. So I'm using the streak-free cleaner on our long side mirror that is like our outfit looking mirror, and then we also have 2 mirrors that are above our dresser, and for those I also use the streak-free cleaner, and all 3 of these mirrors are from IKEA if you're interested, and they're actually really high quality, which I like. And lastly, I just vacuum this room. We have this rug from West Elm, which looks pretty, but I really don't like it. It sheds like none other. Like, I literally feel like I have to vacuum every other day because it sheds so much. So eventually we're gonna replace this. I don't know with what, but that's basically why I have to vacuum all the time in here. It's a pain in the butt. But once vacuuming is done, the bedroom is done, and I'm going to move on to the kitchen. So the kitchen, I use the all-purpose cleaner as well as the bathroom cleaner. And I start by, just like the other things, is wiping all of my surfaces. So I take everything off the counter as I'm wiping. I use the all-purpose cleaner to clean everything. we have this counter that you're looking at, and then we also have another counter, which is like the pass-through counter that I'm filming from, if that makes sense. And once all of the surfaces are clean, I also like to do our stove. So our stove, you guys, is so janky. It is so old and so gross. I'm really hoping that our landlords will replace it at some point. However, I take off all of the like burners and little things underneath, and I wipe everything down, and it gets as clean as it can. And then the next thing I do is the sink. And we also kind of have a janky sink. Our whole kitchen is a little janky, but I use the bathroom cleaner in the sink, and I just find like it has a little bit more of the concentrate in it, so I just feel like it maybe cleans a little bit better. And I use a scrubby sponge to just scrub it all down, and then I use the spray thing in our handle in our faucet and spray it all down and make it nice and clean. And then the last thing I do in the kitchen is the floor, and I like to use the bathroom cleaner on the floor. I sometimes just use my Swiffer, but today I'm using the bathroom cleaner, and I do notice that it's sometimes a little bit sticky afterwards, but overall I think it cleans really well. And again, this is just our kind of janky tile in our kitchen. I really don't like it. It is really difficult to clean, but I basically just spray the cleaner down, and then I use the Swiffer to like scrub it and clean it. Oh yeah, and then that little elephant thing is a little mat that is made by someone local to my town in Vermont, and I will link her info down below. They're really great and cute. After the kitchen, I am moving on to the bathroom. So the three things I use in the bathroom are the oxygen boost, as well as the bathroom cleaner and the streak-free cleaner for our medicine cabinet. So I start with the medicine cabinet mirrors, and just like in the bedroom, you know, just 2 or 3 sprays on the medicine cabinet, wipe it down with a rag. You might actually notice that I am using only reusable rags when I clean. I try to use microfiber cloths as well as just like regular rags to clean. I just think it's a little bit more sustainable, and I do laundry when I'm doing this, so I just throw them in the wash afterward. Then I move on to the sink and the toilet. For the sink and the toilet, I use the bathroom cleaner. I just spray everything down and like scrub it with my cloth and call it a day. And then the last step of the bathroom for me is the shower. So I use the bathroom cleaner spray on the tile of our shower, and then I use a sponge to scrub that all down. And then for the tub itself, I use the oxygen boost, which I find is kind of like a Bon Ami. You could also use Bon Ami because that is actually non-toxic. And I basically just sprinkle it into the tub. I get my sponge wet, and then I just like scrub and scour the tub. And then I use the shower head, and I kind of twist it all around and like get everything to flow down to the drain. And I like to do this just before I shower. So I basically like do my whole cleaning routine, clean the shower, and then I shower. And so I can get the rest of like the sides and stuff when I'm in the shower with like a little bucket. So that's basically the bathroom. And then the final step of my weekend cleaning routine is starting laundry. So I usually wash the clothes that I'm wearing, as well as all the rags, sometimes towels, whatever is in the laundry basket. And for the laundry, I use the oxygen boost as well as the laundry detergent. And I sprinkle the oxygen boost directly into the wash. I have like a front loader washer, so if you have a not front loader washer, you can just sprinkle it on like that in the regular washer. And then I use a capful of the detergent, start my laundry, and that's it. All right, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a little bit different, and even though we're in the same location here over by my desk, I'm not all like done up like I normally am for my intros and outros, but I hope you still enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments. And if there is any other type of video that you would like to see like this, drop that down below as well, and I will add it to my list. Don't forget that if you are interested in trying my favorite cleaning products, which also includes laundry, like I said, you can get 10% off of a starter kit from Branch Basics, which is what I have, and it's what I use to clean the whole house. And you can do that by clicking the link that is in the description box, and you can use the code SimplyQuinoa to get 10% off at checkout. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe. There's a red button right below this video that says subscribe. You can just tap that button and that will subscribe you. Otherwise, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.